Thank you for joining us wherever you are. This podcast episode is brought to you by the Old Ways Actual Play team. This actual play uses the Mage the Ascension 20th Anniversary rules by Onyx Path Publishing. This actual play is performed by adults and contains adult themes. Our World of Darkness is intended for adults. Listeners should pay close attention to all listed content warnings. All content, including names, places, events, companies, and etc., which may bear resemblance to entities living or dead, is strictly coincidental. My name is Michael Diamond, and for tonight's game, I will be your storyteller. Thank you for joining us again on another episode of the Old Ways podcast. I am your storyteller this evening, Michael Diamond. My pronouns are he, him, and we are back with Mage, the Great Beyond, our Mage the Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition story set in Las Vegas. And so we want to welcome you in, and we especially want to say a special thank you to those of you who are backing us on Patreon, which you can do at patreon.com/thealwayspodcast, and you can help make these folks' lives more interesting. And so with the propers then out of the way, we're going to get to cast and character introductions, which begin to my right.
Hi, I'm Allie, and I play Kaylee Hannah Godfrey, and I have been doing some research for a little while now.
Indeed you have. And with Kaylee.
Hi, my name is Tegan Gilbert, and I'm playing Mr. B, and I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you, Mr. B. Next to Mr. B.
This is Leco playing Dante Maxim Vargas Bailey, who desperately needs to invest in a future where his fate can be self-determined outside of the blueprint of the machine.
Oh, that's a very, very interesting idea. And while we might be in the missing tutor formation, I will preface the episode by saying that one never knows when an avatar might show up. And so next to Dante.
This is Jake playing Oliver Devereaux, and I think I might have made a breakthrough in this case.
I like breakthroughs. I like breakthroughs an awful lot. So, next to Oliver.
This is Silas. I'll be playing Suits, and we're sure spending a lot of money on drugs to not be doing anything with them.
So with that out of the way, what we'll do is we will get into our story. We will part our stage curtain and look down on the city of Las Vegas. So I am going to start then with Kaylee, who last session paid a visit to, a concerned parent's house. I think that's the best way to say it. You gained some information about, Dereck's significant other, girl named Jasmine. And I wonder, given the sheer number of potential performers and online personalities that call Las Vegas home, how do you expect to, or how would you plan on attempting to find Jasmine, locate her?
Well, so I was going to look at escort services and strip clubs first, because from the impression that I got from Dereck's father, it was, that they didn't like this girl because, she had loose morals.
That's one way to put it, yes.
Yeah. So I was going to be looking online and making phone calls, and Mr. B was going to be essentially going to them.
That's the plan.
Okay. I'll just say that while we play and have played fast and loose with the avatar rules when it comes to Mr. B, because that's fun, I will ask Kaylee what your avatar rating is.
My avatar rating is 2.
Okay. So I think it is reasonable for Mr. B to do this for a certain period of time. And maybe be within a certain distance away from you. But at some point, Mr. B will have to be around you. You are spiritually tied to one another in some fashion. And if you're Mr. B, if you're out exerting yourself, then for every one of these little visits that you want to pop on, I will just simply charge your mage a point of quintessence.
Is that a lot?
It's not very many. I have 4, so...
Okay, that's reasonable. You have something to work from.
I can visit 4 people. I love this. I like people. People are great. They're fun.
I agree. So you're going to begin looking at escort services. And then are you like coming up with a list of escort services that all have someone working under the name Jasmine?
That might be a lot of people.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of people. To a certain extent, what I was going to do was essentially call the ones that had like a more, I guess, more well-known places that are like more easily findable, I guess.
Okay.
And see what I can do to maybe see like how long this person's been working there, because, you know, the Dereck Graves, he died, what, like a little over a month ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So any, like, if I can talk to, you know, the equivalent of like a madam or something for like what would be a brothel, but for an escort service, I would see if there's any that have been working perhaps even more recently. Because if both Jasmine and Dereck were, you know, doing drugs, it might not be necessarily that Jasmine could stay employed at one place over another.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so I'll ask a series of follow-up questions now. What is your general approach when you call an escort service? And because keep in mind that many of the functions of escort services technically in Clark County are not above board. While the businesses themselves are legal, they are really scrutinized, especially by law enforcement.
Yeah.
How are you, a bounty hunter, choosing to identify yourself and thus what you want, most especially as a rotten fucking liar? Because you can't lie. Not well, anyway.
Or can't. Not well. Honestly, I'm not putting up a ruse, asking if there are any newly employed young women who have, you know, if there are any women who have been employed in like the last month who are going by the name Jasmine, because I'm trying to talk to them about a deceased person.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do.
Like I'm not going to like ruse of like, oh, like I want to meet them for dinner or something like that.
No, I get
because
it.
It's not one, it's not going to work, and two, it's the subterfuge isn't something that I'm looking for.
Yep. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to roll charisma etiquette. Your difficulty is 8. I require 3 successes.
All right. Let's see if I can pull that off.
You are effectively calling an escort service and saying, hey, I got a question about a girl who works there because there's a dead person I want to talk to them about.
Can I also burn a willpower?
You can do it before you roll. Did you roll already?
No. Yes, of course I rolled already. I only have 2 successes.
Okay, very good. So you man the phones for probably a good 3 or 4 hours, because some people put you on hold, some people wait to call you back, some people never call you back.
Right.
You do learn some important things. One, most of the escort services in and around Las Vegas that work the area, they tell you a lot of the really, really similar information as you go along. One, we got a lot of girls who change their names. We get a lot of girls that come and go. Yeah, we had a girl here who worked under that name, but it was last year. It's not rinse and repeat per se for Kaylee, but they're very similar stories. Some places flat up hang up on you when you talk about a dead body. Or they inquire a little bit more and they find out that this girl, Jasmine, her boyfriend died about a month ago, and everything just sort of unravels with your conversation at that point. It's just uphill climbing. And it feels like maybe some of these people are close to telling you what's maybe an important piece of information, but you just never get there.
I guess at that point, if I can't, so I have a picture of Dereck Graves, like when he was alive.
Yes.
And honestly, at that point, I would probably see if I can, do some sort of exchange with one of my contacts
Okay.
and see if, they'd be willing to maybe look at like footage from like around the hospital, like on the night that he was admitted.
Mm-hmm.
Like check cams to kind of see if they knew where he was coming from. And at that point, I'd actually probably go down to the hospital and see if I can't talk to somebody who was there on the night that he was admitted. Because if I can talk to somebody who was there, I might be able to get a description of her, and
Okay.
that would be more than what I have now.
Yeah. How many doubts of law do you have?
One.
Okay. Give me a intelligence law roll.
That nets me 3 successes.
Okay. So a couple things. It is highly unlikely that the hospital would allow anyone without a warrant to view any camera feed.
I'm not trying to view camera feed.
I know. I'm just giving you an overall picture of it so you understand. Hospitals in and of themselves only assist law enforcement when it comes to people coming in, generally when they have probable cause and warrant because of HIPAA and a bunch of other laws. That being said, you know that. And so I'll give you a charisma contacts roll to see if you can maybe find a contact that can worm your way into hospitals. I think it's plausible that as a bounty hunter, you would likely know people who work in the medical field, and they might know somebody who knows somebody, maybe that works at the Hollywood Hospital.
2.
Okay. So you contact, how many dots of contacts do you have?
2.
Okay.
Charisma 2, contacts 2.
You contact somebody that you know that works at one of the major Las Vegas hospitals. Contact that you have named Peter Grayson. Grayson is somebody who you've helped out of a couple of scrapes before. You actually sort of helped a cousin of his not get around a legal entanglement, but sort of lessen a charge. And Grayson's been super thankful ever since. And because he works as an orderly at one of the main Las Vegas hospitals, he's a guy that knows a lot of people, and he picks up shifts all over the place because he's got the accreditations to do so. And you get him on the phone, and not via voice, but via text. And he tells you, he asks you basically what you need. You explain what you're looking for. If you want to summarize specifically what you tell Peter, then go ahead.
So what I have been able to find before I summarize it, would I have been able to find like the exact date that Dereck Graves was admitted?
No. Admittance data is going to be covered under HIPAA. There's no way you'll get access to that information.
That's what I figured. So
yeah.
So I would tell him that basically about a month ago there was a young man named Dereck Graves who was admitted to the Hollywood Hospital, and that I am trying to like find maybe like a nurse or an orderly or a doctor or something that remembers not just this young man who ended up in there, but also the girlfriend that was with him, because I'm trying to get a hold of her. That's the person I'm trying to get a hold of. I'm not trying to get like medical records or anything like that might potentially put my contact on edge. I'm not trying to get any really super sensitive information. I'm just trying to get information on the young lady that was with him. I only have her under an alias, and I'm looking basically just to get like a picture or physical description.
Okay. So what he tells you is that he has a shift coming up soon, but what he can do is, if you give him some time, he can try to swap shifts with somebody at Hollywood and see if he can get over there and just poke around and ask some reasonable questions. And he's happy to get back to you. He said if you give him the name Jasmine, he would say the same thing that you have already heard countless times on the phone, which is, well, that's a really common like working girl's name. Lots of girls
Right.
that dance use that name.
Yeah, which is why I'm hoping for a picture if possible, and if not, a physical description, because it should at least help me narrow down the potential Jasmines that are currently online or, something like that.
Okay.
Like, I understand that I have work to do. This is just a way to try to cut that work down some.
Okay. And then for you, Mr. B, without any sort of direct actionable stuff, are you going and visiting specific people, or are you investigating in any specific way you might want to?
Do I have any way to scry for the right person?
You'd have access to any spheres that Kaylee has. So technically speaking, you could look into the Umbra.
Are we expecting this person to stick out there then? Okay.
Not necessarily, but like you could. Kaylee's got Prime, and then
I have Life 2, Prime 2, Spirit 3, and Mind 1.
Well, does mind mean like being able to identify someone who has specific thoughts about certain topics?
Not at Mind 1.
Okay.
No, you definitely would need higher mind than that.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get creative.
I mean, the two of you could just go walk the strip and look for girls working on the strip.
Do you see that a lot in Vegas nowadays?
Well, this is World of Darkness Vegas, so Kaylee would absolutely know of certain pockets where girls like that would tend to make themselves available to people looking for their services, right? There are places and spaces and streets that are away from them.
There might even be places on like Fremont that would have that.
Maybe, or near Fremont. Again, Fremont's old Vegas, and it's a bit of a party place, but it's not that it's not policed.
I guess if you need me to pretend to be a John, I mean, I'm gonna, wow. I mean, I am the youth pastor avatar, pretty much right here. So this will be really friggin' interesting.
I'll give you one more thing. Give me a wits streetwise roll, Kaylee.
3.
You take a look at that picture of Dereck Graves again. And in the picture, he looks sort of like a IT worker. He doesn't look like anything special, really. He's not done up well. The photo is also not terribly, high quality. You look at the background. You see that he's standing against a short wall of these columns, and then there's something behind him. There's like some sort of maybe Italian or Venetian background in the back of it. And you look down near the bottom of the photo on the right-hand side, and you see between these breaks in the stonework here that there's a small wrought iron fence. And then beyond that, there are cafe tables. And you realize that picture isn't taken in Venice or Rome or any place that would have that architecture. That picture was probably taken from inside the Venetian, because there's an enormous open air market there that has a painted sky that is meant to mimic a cloudy sky in Venice. And you could probably go in there and, based on the picture, find out where this picture was taken at. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a recent photo per se, but if they spent time in the Venetian and he was with some done-up working girl, there might be a better chance that someone around there maybe they frequented it. It's just a possibility I'm throwing out there.
Yeah. That's actually probably where I'd start.
Okay, we'll have you heading to the Venetian. I'm going to move camera back to Oliver and Dante, who at this point are together coming back from
Our drug deal.
Yeah, your drug deal.
All right. Real quick, I want to get on my phone, get a map of Las Vegas.
Okay.
And I'm going to pin the locations that they say that they were dealing those drugs.
Yep.
And then using some geometry, I'm going to see if they form a pattern or if there's a place that they cross in the center, if you drew lines between them or something.
Oh, we're going to get real X-Files-y and...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I thought, I'm sorry, pardon me, I thought we had determined it was like a pentagram or something
It's
like that already.
Pentagon, not a pentagram.
Pentagon.
but-
Sorry, not a pentagram. My bad.
No, it's okay. We just don't want to disparage people that use the pentagram.
Pentagon.
Yes.
We can disparage the Pentagon though, right?
Well, yeah.
On this show, yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it forms a rough pentagon. It's not exact, but it's pretty close.
Okay. But I'm going to, like, do the lines cross this? Like, if I drew lines across them, do they meet at a certain point?
You probably would need to get the map printed out to actually...
Okay.
But you could certainly do that. If that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah. Or I could just get a paper mat at a gas station or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly.
So we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you go and you get a map. And when you get a map, you begin to sort of draw out the symbol. And the pentagon symbol itself is a little tilted. It doesn't, the point of it at the top does not aim at north like you would normally see. It actually aims sort of south, maybe a little southwest.
What is southwest of Vegas?
Lots of stuff.
Well, I assumed, but...
So directly southwest of Vegas, if we're speaking purely as geographically speaking, the next thing that would be close in that space would be the Mojave.
Okay.
Beyond the Mojave, Joshua Tree National Park. If you keep going roughly on that line, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, San Diego, but this is probably a little bit more south than that. You have to sort of turn the map. But it does seem to be pointing into the middle of nowhere.
What are you doing?
Well, this forms a pattern, right?
Sure.
The pattern has to mean something.
That's it.
Well, sure. I mean, if they're only doing it in specific places, there's a reason they're only doing those specific places. And it forms this pentagon.
Probably not wrong. I'm still a little concerned that whoever it is behind this stuff is able to erase themselves people's memories.
Well, that's a concern. But right now, let's just work on finding the place. Didn't Kaylee say that there was some place south that this stuff came from?
Oh, I mean, when she talked to the...
Yeah, that weirdo in the mine?
Sure, probably. Oh, we should probably reach out anyway. I imagine, see how she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, dial her up if that's what you want.
So I imagine, because Oliver was driving the SUV, and we pulled over to the gas station, so we're like in a gas station parking lot with a map probably on the hood.
Yep, I dig that. Nice scenery.
Yeah.
You were probably at the Chevron on Blue Diamond Road on Highway 160, so you are between where you were and Spring Valley and sort of the airport. You're getting much closer now back towards Vegas, but you're not there yet.
Okay, we'll dial up Kaylee.
Hello?
Hey, Kaylee, how's it going? Any progress?
Oh, I am on a foot hunt trying to find this Jasmine gal that our young Mr. Graves was with.
Oh. I dated Jasmine once. Oh, anyhow. So we managed to procure a sample of that drug from the bar.
Oh, very good.
Place was rocking.
And apparently it's only being allowed to be sold in certain places. and those places form a pentagon that points southwest of Vegas. Now, didn't you say that weirdo in the mine told you that the place came from south of wherever you were?
He said south, but he wouldn't tell me like where or how far. Well, he also said that like for a long time it was in an isolated community, that they were the only people who knew about it until someone went and talked to until somebody within the community talked about it outside of the community.
Have we figured out where that was yet?
I have not looked into it, no.
I just wonder if we can follow this line, if we'll eventually stumble across them or something that has to do with this.
I mean, potentially, because even if it doesn't lead you directly to that community, it might lead you to where it's being grown.
Right.
This stuff's organic, right?
Yeah, it's organic, and it has to be grown. They haven't been able to synthesize the effects using just chemicals.
It's naturally occurring. That means it's going to leave. Hey, how far are we from roughly, I don't know, the most southwesterly natural location? You said there's a park over there?
With Joshua Tree. That's a ways away, isn't it?
How far is that?
From where you're at right now. Joshua Tree National Park is, well, first and foremost, it's in California.
Oh, okay.
But the Mojave National Preserve is in between you and Joshua Tree. You're not even sure that's where the end point is.
Right. I mean, it could be across the ocean.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because it would have to be if this thing, whatever we're doodling here, has anything to do with where this stuff came from or where it originated from, right? If all this stuff has a purpose, then we should be able to trace this stuff back to its point of origin, because we know a lot more about it than your average. Can I see the the thing?
Yeah. Here.
All right. I'm gonna take the thing and I'm gonna hop into the cab.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really spent any time doing my kind of assessment on this stuff.
Yeah.
But if it's alive, then I guess I'm going to run it through the best analysis I have, which is essentially it's like anatomical, like does it have a cellular system? Does it have some sort of, does it have a neural network of any kind? Does it have a circulatory system? Does it breathe? Does it eat? How is it consuming? What does its waste look like? Is it bleeding off some sort? Does it fart? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it do something that leaves some sort of trace of what it is behind, like a stain, much like pollen?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to, if I might, try to reconfigure essentially my tools for assessing myself, for assessing this thing, knowing full well that it also operates using what I would consider to be cue point energy to sustain itself on any number of levels. So it's not necessarily bound by the rules of nature, it's bound by whatever rules it operates under. So yeah, I'm essentially trying to build a tracer for it, like so that I could track it if I needed to, like if I was close to it. I don't have the ability to travel, but I can physically move, and I want to be able to sniff it out, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Is it a life form? The reason I'm asking if it's a life form, my second question is going to be: is it considered simple or complex?
You would need a life roll to determine that.
I would love a life roll to determine that.
Okay, go ahead.
So this will be life 1 prime 1 for this.
Yep.
So difficulty's 4, so 2 successes.
You are greeted by something you are not prepared for.
What's that?
And that is, you go to take a read on this with assumably some sort of device. And when you try to read on this thing with a device, you get a bunch of wild ass readings before the device essentially gives you an error message.
I check my watch. What does it say?
Your watch reboots.
Whoa! rolled on the window. Oliver,
Yes.
this shit's fighting back.
It's fighting back.
I don't think it wants me to know what it is.
Oh, so now it thinks.
It's something.
This keeps getting better and better.
All right, fine. I roll the window back up
Okay.
because I don't know what's going to happen when I do this.
Right.
I'm going to try to interact with it.
In what way?
So since it won't let me read it, I'm going to have to interact with it. I'm going to have to engage with it somehow. What is this? That's like a syringe, right?
Yeah, it is I don't want to say comically large, but it is large. It is larger than, say, a regular old needle.
Okay.
The casing itself, inside the leather case, there is what appears to be stainless steel machined tube.
Okay.
It does seem to have a ring around the center, which looks like it comes apart.
Okay. I have some medicine, so I feel like I know how to use a syringe properly.
Yes.
But I'm gonna reach into the back of my SUV here. I'm gonna grab my snack bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out an apple, and I'm gonna stab this apple, and I'm gonna squirt a little bit of this stuff into my apple.
Okay, so to even see the plunger, you have to take the cap off.
Oh, okay, sure.
So you click and take the cap off, and then the stainless steel tube bevels sort of down a little bit into a point, and that's when you see the needle point. And once the front casement is off, the back side of it clicks, and a little plunger, almost like a pen top,
Mm-hmm.
becomes available to you.
Rad. This is pretty high tech. All right. I stick it in my apple.
Okay. You stick it in the apple. When you stick it in the apple, are you pressing down on the button?
Well, I'm making sure that it's not going to do anything strange, so I'm going to stick it in the apple first.
Okay.
And if it doesn't do anything automatically,
It does not.
all right. Does the plunger seem like automated? Like, is it like an auto injector, or is it like physically depressive?
It feels like you would have to depress it. You just don't know how much.
Okay. Sure. So I will. How many? Is this like a full CC, or is this more than like a full CC?
I mean, from what you have been told, based on what you can see, right? You were sold an entire full vial.
Okay. So I will basically shoot the equivalent of like 0.1 mLs into this thing, just like a. Psst.
Okay. Yeah, like a test fire.
Yeah.
You test fire it. I love this for you. When you do, the apple immediately reacts. The inside heats up. Like you can feel the apple get hot. Just for a moment.
I'd like to do two things. I'm gonna put the apple on the dashboard. I'm gonna put this thing away.
Okay. The apple begins to change colors, like the skin of the apple changes.
Hold on the window again. Oliver,
What?
come here. Come here.
Okay. Like, oh,
My apple's mutating.
your apples. What did you do?
You watch like a bit of blue bloom on the side of the apple skin, and it
I take out my phone and start recording immediately.
begins to crawl.
Am I
over
still
its
on the phone for this?
Yeah, totally.
You got to see this.
It crawls over the apple. And as it crawls over the apple, once it completes, the blue is a very pale blue. It's not very strong. And then the apple begins to erode from the inside.
Oh, it's. I guess I'll grab one of Sophie's waste bags,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna grab this apple and step out of the SUV, kind of holding it at arm's length.
Okay.
The inside when it corrodes, does it kind of look like the inside of that person that was in the trailer park?
Yeah, funny enough, it does.
Mm-hmm. Was the trailer park one of the locations?
No. No, it's not. Echo Park was not on that map.
Of course, for $3,500 a dose, what was a guy from a trailer park, Echo Park, doing with that?
That's a great question.
I will definitely give the payload back to Oliver. Is the apple done doing what it's doing?
Yeah, it completely disintegrates. When the payload itself is in Oliver's hands, by the time you hand him the closed syringe, you are holding a bag of air.
Like there was just nothing even left of the apple.
Gone.
Okay. Okay. All right. This is actually really informative. Is my watch done rebooting?
Yeah, it reboots.
So even though there's nothing left of the apple, is there anything left of whatever it left behind? Like, is there an essence? Is there something,
Essence
you
of
know?
apple.
Yeah. Is there like an ode to toilette of this bullshit that is happening?
Oh, you mean like, is there an aroma?
Well, yeah, like something. Is there something?
Anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, if you open up the bag, you would get like a waft of something antiseptic, and maybe a hint of Granny Smith. No.
All right. I will try to run diagnostics one more time on this tamed example of stuff. There's 3 successes.
You net 1. You take a real hard look at this stuff again, and you get a somewhat fuzzy readout that there is definitely Q point energy present, and it's now ambient, like in the air around you. Like it took whatever the apple was, and when it disintegrated the matter, that there is leftover residue in the air. Like it converted that matter.
Okay. Is it dispersing like with the wind?
No, it's kind of hanging on the car.
Ew. This stuff's persistent.
What do you mean persistent?
It doesn't move with the breeze. I'm gonna try to lock in the signature.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that you get a rough 1 success lock on what this is.
It's better than what we had.
It's true.
Hey, Kaylee, check this out. I said Kaylee the video.
And I'll watch it with mounting horror as this apple disintegrates and everything else. Like, oh,
Whoa.
yeah, we really need to get that off the street.
I only 0.1 mLs, okay? I don't know how much people are doing.
Well, they say this was a full dose.
Fart, that was like a fairy whisper of a fart of that stuff.
Well, I can tell you for sure that any of it is too much.
Can I check? Can I look into the area around us with my prime sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Is
There is a cloud of miasma that is around the passenger side or the driver's side, one of the two, of the car.
Put it on the passenger side, yeah.
Is there a resonance to it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you bet. The resonance that is here is a mixture. It is slightly entropic. And it is also oddly resonates with the sort of residuals of pattern magic.
Okay. So entropic, obviously, and pattern magic.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of matter magic in whatever this is.
Okay.
So you think we got enough to maybe track this stuff down?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we kind of know what we're looking at now. The type of energy we're looking for.
Kayla, do you need help trying to find that girl?
Realistically, yeah, probably. But that's just because there's a ton of people in Vegas, and we have a lot of people that go by the name Jasmine as a working name. But it might be worthwhile for me to continue to look into it later, especially if you guys have a better lead on where this might be coming from. I can meet you guys somewhere, or if you want, you can come pick me up at the Venetian.
Yeah, we should probably get out of this gas station in this little cloud of stuff. Little death fart. Yeah, we'll come pick you up or meet you at the Venetian, sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading, so I'll wait outside.
Okay. So from there to the Venetian for you guys out in the desert or in the outskirts of Paradise, which is just beyond Vegas, it's probably 35, 40 minutes to get to where the Venetian is.
So I don't know exactly how long it would take me to find the spot where the picture was taken. And I know that inherently, if I found the spot, I would want to try to harness life magic to try to find a trail. It's probably too old, but try anyway to see if I could follow it. And I don't have time for that if I'm going to be meeting them to go look for the potential origin place of where this drug is from.
That is something that you all will have to decide if that's what you want to do. The Venetian Resort is South Las Vegas Boulevard and Sands. So based on the distance, given time, it's probably a good 30, 35 minutes. But you can certainly probably still get a chance to look in and around the Venetian if you want to before they arrive.
Well, I mean, if she's working a lead, I don't see any reason why we couldn't hang out until we close it, whether it pans out or doesn't. So I don't see why we couldn't help,
Yeah, I agree.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, you head into the Venetian and into specifically some of the shops there.
I still got my bad boy clothes on.
You do. So the thing that is important to remember about the Venetian itself is that it is really a series of complexes. So the Venetian, generally speaking, is one of the larger casino resorts in Las Vegas because it is attached to the convention center, which used to be the Sands Convention Center, which is huge. And then there's also the Palazzo, which is attached to the Venetian. And so the nice part for you, Kaylee, is that you know exactly where you're going, and that is you're going to the Grand Canal shops at the Venetian Resort. So you know where you're going. The difficulty being, frankly, most of the difficulty is just walking there. It's just a long ass walk from where you're planning on tackling it from. But you get in and you are able to begin moving around and looking around and checking for all sorts of stuff. So inside the Grand Canal shopping center, there's a couple different parts of this Grand Canal, right? So it has with it essentially shops that line left and right on the canal. And the canal winds itself through the location, right? It's certainly something that with your investigative ability, you'd be able to track down roughly where. So you track it to one of these corners inside, and you go up to where this picture was taken, and you realize that the spot you're at is in this. It's a very popular place to take pictures. It's where the canals start, and it's where the lunch area is and the cafe spaces are, right before part of the casino joins it. So the sky in here is, again, blue painted clouds. There's like a little rim of pink on some of the clouds. And you see that there's a shop, a few lines of shops and a cafe, and you take the picture of Dereck and you walk essentially right to where it was taken at. You can even see in the back of Dereck's picture where it was taken from, because you see that second row of, Italian style, like sort of cathedral windows that are up there. And you see that in the picture that Dereck took, they're in the background. And so you walk to one side of where the canal is, and you turn, and you can see this exactly where he stood.
So the question is, what's directly behind me when I'm standing in this spot?
So directly behind you, as you are standing, there are some clothing shops. Actually, a few high-end clothing shops.
Where did we get this picture? Is it like a physical photograph?
You have the physical photograph from Derek's parents.
Oh, it's from Derek's parents. Okay.
The reason I was asking is because I think if it belonged to one of them, I might be able to do something with it. Maybe.
Okay.
This is the place here.
This is where the photo was taken.
Yeah. Can I hold it?
Sure.
So I haven't actually tried this yet, but knowing what I know now about this stuff, this picture was taken before his supposed addiction and death.
Definitely before his death. You don't know if he's addicted in that picture.
Well, you know what I mean, or use. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
know if they leave room for addiction.
Yeah, as far as you know, it was taken before in the before times.
So I'm going to stand where I think he was standing, and I'm going to try to read the impression that this photo left on this place here by the people that took it and the people that were here with it and the people that developed it and the people that cared about it and the people that were in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so mind magic. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Tell me how are you working this specific technique?
So mind magic comes very natural to me, but putting myself in the shoes of other people is kind of part and parcel to training, like understanding and meeting people where they are. But I've never tried to do it to someone who's dead, let alone not here, let alone through the eyes of the person who was here with them. So it's kind of an abstraction of that. But ultimately, I have a natural talent for mind magic now. So at this point, I'm telling myself that I can do this. And so I will do this.
That doesn't sound very mutual to me, but sure, go ahead.
I believe it's mine too.
I believe you're right.
I will spend a point of willpower, by the way. So 3.
Okay. What is the mental impressions that you would get from the photograph are joy, maybe a little absurdity, relaxation. I think in general you get a lot of good vibrations, mental vibrations from that photo. Dereck seems to be at peace, happy. He's looking at somebody that he cares about. You can tell that by some of his body language, his eyes. He's not necessarily the snappiest of dressers, but he's in a good place.
So if I'm able to pick up on where he was, and I feel like maybe this is a long shot, but maybe this isn't the only time he's come here.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try to extend it further to see if he has other memories here, more recent ones.
I'm trying to figure out the viability of something like that from a photograph.
The way it's described is read memories that have been left behind on objects or places. So I'm looking for his memories of this place being here since I'm here. So I have this one, right? And this one is specific to this photograph. So I guess I'm trying to find less concrete, less tangible ones, but more recent ones.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll for that. That's fine.
I got 1.
I think the memory you probably pick up on is the frequency by which he is here.
He's here a lot.
Yeah.
I will say that out loud. He's here often. He's been here recently. How recently?
He may have been here this calendar year, which would have been like right before he died.
He came here just before he died. Maybe not the same day, but definitely in the same time frame. Which means that he might have brought her with him.
Very possible.
Probably inadvertently. I probably squeezed the photo and like bear down. I'm gonna try to find a memory of not his familial joy, but like his other joy, his carnal joy, his fluttery joy.
Okay.
If that one is here, if that memory is here anywhere, I'm gonna start walking around too.
Okay. I like that.
Probably with my eyes half shut. Because I'm trying to pick up on like where he's gone. Like when he comes here, where does he go? When he comes here, where's he been? Where's his strongest presence? It's not in this place, it's somewhere else. It's gotta be inside somewhere. We have to go inside.
I'm happy to go down the rabbit hole here. This could be fun. So you want to use the photograph as a mental dowsing rod to see where he's been?
As an empathetic focus, yes. As this is my what do you call it? It's the only thing I have that has his resonance, like his mental imprint. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to follow its strength through this place. And I'm probably holding on to Kaylee's arm because I'm not really focused on anything else.
Okay. That's fun. That's fun. So go ahead and give me a roll.
This is not magical, right?
Yeah, this is definitely magical.
All right. Well, I'm going to spend one more point of willpower.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 3, but one was a 1, so I got 2. I rolled 2 successes, but I spent a point of willpower, but I got a 1. So that's 2 then, right?
Yep, that's 2.
Yeah.
And it's completely coincidental.
So I'm just wandering around like a weirdo.
Yes. You are. You wander, and you don't go terribly far from where you're at.
What does this guy like to do here?
You end up in front of a Kate Spade shop.
What? What's this place?
Clothing store.
Yeah. Kate Spade does clothing, jewelry, handbags, etc.
He probably...
When I've seen the picture, his clothes don't look like this.
No. He looks like he is dressed as like a guy that works in IT. He wears probably, khakis from Target. He has like a regular t-shirt on. He has like a sweatshirt on, probably over top of that. Probably something that's like, Under Armour or maybe something similar. He doesn't looks like a very average, straight from the casting area white guy.
Who wants to place bets on why he came in here?
It's to buy stuff for her.
Let's go.
A guy like that doesn't come to a store like this unless he's buying things for a woman or unless he's gay.
Or he's me. I throw the door open.
And I laugh because genuinely that would catch me off guard.
It's definitely open. Prices in here run... they run anywhere between probably $120 to maybe $400 or $500 for most of the clothes in here. There are a couple things in here that are pricey. They have a very simple, what you think is a very, very, very simple dotted matinee dress, as they call it. It's like $350. Right? They have a cardigan that is $275. Like simple skirts that are $150.
Yeah, I am unsurprised by the cost of the clothes outside of the fact that they're cheaper than I thought they were going to be.
Well, some of these are on sale. But yeah, you enter the shop, a very level, even pleasant voice reaches out from behind the counter as they're looking at some clothes. I'll be right with you. Just take a look around. Let me know if you have any questions.
So based on what I'm feeling, was he here alone or was he here with someone?
You don't think he was alone?
No, he wasn't alone. I know where he would have gone. I know where the impressions are. I know where this is. I kind of pull on Kaylee and I'm looking. While I'm here, I'm gonna try to find something for myself in like a deep V-neck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's certainly. You don't. I would just say there's not a. The fashion here is definitely aimed at women.
I understand that. Doesn't mean I can't pull it off.
No, of course. Buy whatever you want. They won't stop you.
Yeah, I grab something in my size, and I'm gonna go to the dressing room.
Okay, you go to the dressing room.
How many are there?
We'll say there's 3.
I mean, unless Kaylee stops me, I'm bringing her with me.
I'm going into the dressing room with you.
It's just a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if the clerk doesn't stop us, that's fine.
Yeah, the clerk probably intercedes in a very pleasant way. Dressing rooms are meant for single occupants.
Of course, sorry. I'll be right out.
Okay.
And then she turns to you, Kaylee. Is there something I can maybe help you find? We have some new things in for the spring. I think that you might like some of the new floral colors.
Maybe another time. I do know that my wardrobe needs some sprucing up, but what?
Get her whatever she likes.
Oh, that's a good question. I got to ask. Hey, Mr. B, Kaylee is in a clothing store. And you're pretty sure Kaylee's worn mostly the same type of fashion for 6 or 7 months. I wonder if Mr. B is going to be in the store with Kaylee.
Of course I'm here.
Right.
I'm here to give you fashion advice.
Of course, my youth pastor is here to give me fashion advice.
Something chaste.
They do have a lot of what you would think are somewhat conservative pieces. There's a quite a stylish trench coat over there. It looks like it's maybe from last year. It's only $700.
No, I'm mentally not here to purchase. I'm here to ask. I'm here to see if this lady knows who this young man is.
Okay.
And the woman that he regularly comes in with.
There's a Mr. B. There's a belted midi shirt dress that it would be perfect for Kaylee. She could even go to church in it.
That's amazing. You should absolutely get this. Look, it's in your size.
The clerk, as you're about to talk to them and engage with them about the picture, begins to work off of Mr. B. It's a new style. It's something that you could probably wear all sorts of places. It's got a really nice pattern. The fabric is, of course, respectfully and well made.
Yes, so I'm not actually here for a new wardrobe at this time. What I am here for is information on this young man.
Oh.
And I'll show her the picture.
She looks at it. Okay. Is everything okay? She hands you the picture back.
Unfortunately not. He has passed away. And I'm trying to find the young lady that he has regularly probably been in here with to buy things for. I know that she goes by the name Jasmine, but I imagine that that's not her real name. And I was wondering if maybe you had seen them together or helped them and what she looks like.
Let me take a look at that. Who are you with? Do you have a card or a badge?
And I'll give her my, because I carry a card as a bounty hunter. I probably have it under retrieval specialist. It's probably what my card says. like if she wants to know more than that, like after saying the card, I'll tell her that I'm following up on basically I'm following up on leads for the police on a street drug, and I have concerns that he may have been involved.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot. She seems sort of overwhelmed. I mean, I'd love to help you out. She sort of looks around. So is your friend gonna buy anything?
That's a good question. Dante!
Just a second. Am I in the right dressing room?
You are.
Is this okay? So here's what I suspect based on what I feel like I know about him so far. He was either here or waiting just outside.
Yeah, there's a proximity. You don't feel like he was in here, but you feel like he was close to here.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna sit down. And is there a bench in this dressing
room? Yeah, there's a little chair.
All right. Now I can only imagine what he was thinking about while she was in here, but I want to know. So when I sit down, I'm going to try to find that daydream because I want to see it.
Okay. I will be happy to give you a description once you provide me with some material successes.
I will spend a point of quintessence.
Here we go. Sophie wriggles in your arms.
2.
Okay. You get an image. You get an image of, well, something rather scandalous. You get an image of the receiving and stock room here at this shop. And what you see is a desk, a manager's desk. And you see someone bent over that desk. You see a brand new, sky blue dress that has been hiked up. And the imagery and impression that you get is that Dereck is having a really good time with Jasmine in these clothes that he has just bought her. And you feel like there's an exchange going on. I'll just put it that way.
Well, since he put her in that position, I'm put in a position where I have to wait now until she turns around. So I'm going to watch. Oh wait, never mind. I'm going to remember.
Right. You're going to remember, and you remember, and you remember, and Yep, that happens. That happens. And then eventually Dereck steps back and you see 2 well manicured hands sort of grab the little belt on the shirt dress that's being worn, and it adjusts it back into position and smooths it, and that person turns around. And you get this image of a very Vegas girl image, makeup, eyeshadow, eyeliner, lipstick, done hair. And she gives Dereck a smile. And you can probably imagine why Dereck spends a bunch of money on her. And then there's this flash moment of a voice in the background. It's a woman's voice. It's a voice you've heard before. And you hear something to the effect of, "Hey, you guys can't be back here. I'm on shift. I'm working." And then the memory, as enjoyable and interesting as it was, essentially runs out of the room on you.
Kaylee, I think I'm going to need a pair of pants with these.
I just look stunned. And I probably blush because that was not the answer I was expecting to hear. What are your measurements?
32.
Okay. Color?
Well, this is like a lovely cyan. Just black is fine.
Okay.
So, fun fact, there are no black jeans here.
Oh, not jeans. It doesn't have to be jeans.
No, like slacks.
Well, there are no slacks in this catalog here.
Oh.
Thus, there are no slacks here in this store. You could have blue, sort of what they call boyfriend jeans.
Sure.
Or you could have cargo pants. That would be a fairy tale green, as they say, or a fresh white.
A white cargo sound great. Let's do it. When Kaylee comes back with the pants, I'm going to poke my head out and say, so the store runner knows them both because they got down in the office not too far from here. And she caught them.
Store runner is currently helping Mr. B try clothes on.
It was vigorous. Thanks to the cargoes.
Yep. And I'm not looking at Dante the entire time. I'm just holding up the hanger.
Did you find anything?
No, they tried dressing me, but I'm good.
Well, once I mean, are we going to shake her down? What's your play here?
I'm gonna try, and if you want to play bad cop, I'm okay with that too.
Oh, I'm so bad. I put these clothes on. I put my jacket back on over it. Let's go.
You step out back in the store, and the jeans or the pants, I should say, are reasonably comfortable. The shirt is not what you were expecting. It's not really cut for you, so it's
Oh no, it's exactly what I was expecting.
It's not exactly the size, but then again, I'll just say there's the proper sort of 80s, 90s gambit midriff going on for you.
So I got a cyan, basically almost halter, and it's skin tight with these white cargos.
Yeah,
and my biker boots.
Yeah,
and my leather jacket. I throw it on over, and I tuck the rest of my clothes under my arm, and I sashay my happy ass out of the dressing room.
Oh, it looks great. You hear the attendant say, "That color really works for you."
I look at her like I already knew that.
It is quite the look.
Where have you been? You just missed. Well, maybe you didn't miss it. No, you were there. I bet you were there. You voyeur, always watching.
I don't always have the most choices in that department. So.
All right, so Kayla, how do we do this? I'm not actually a cop.
So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a door that says staff only.
Yeah, it's right over there.
Perfect.
I don't think anyone's fooled. You're a cop.
And I will say to Mr. B, Mr. B, would you be able to get the group of us some privacy behind that door? And I'll nod towards the staff only door.
Like make a distraction or open the door?
Either way.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and make that door open. Can I force a lock?
I'm trying to figure out with Kaylee's spheres how you do that. I don't know if Kaylee has any forces magic or matter magic.
I don't.
Okay, so yeah, the way you could do that would be to walk over and open it.
Oh, sweet. I can do that.
Sir?
Can't I appear on the other side where the lock is and unlock it?
You could certainly disappear, yes. Okay, so you disappear. So the difficult part about this is that you're going to disappear in public as an entity, and you're going to reappear, as it were, somewhere else. If you disappear in front of people, it is essentially like courting paradox, because you are breaking reality when you do that.
Can't I go into a changing room and disappear?
You certainly could.
I'm going to go into a changing room and disappear.
Okay.
Behind the door, unlock the door, go back to the changing room, and come back out.
Okay. You come back out through the staff only space.
I would have paid for my clothes during all this.
Okay. You pay for your clothes. It's about $500.
Okay.
Happy to help.
Hey, how did you... Hello? You hear the staff person say while they're checking you out.
Are there any other customers in this store?
Not at the moment. Not during the day on a weekday. Canal stores most of them are reasonably calm.
So I'm going to look at her and say, you said that you wished you could help, and I know a poker face when I see one. So if you would step back there so that you could help me find these two, or more correctly her, since he's already been found, that would be great.
All right, that sounds like a manipulation intimidation roll.
I can do that
Because you're being
because I'm
scary.
not lying to her.
Yeah, no, you're trying to be scary.
Yeah.
When she says that, I'm going to lean in and say, you should probably listen. She has a very short temper, and I would like to help make her extremely pliable
Okay, in what way would you like to aid?
by giving her the impression that everything I said is not only true, but present and
We're
dangerous.
going to use mind magic on her.
You're goddamn right I am.
Very good. So there's no resistance roll for her, but you have to roll Arte just to make sure you don't botch.
I got one success.
That's enough.
And I got 2.
Okay. So you spook her pretty bad. And she looks a little frantic at the outset and then moves back. Okay. Don't fucking shoot me or something. And she sort of moves back towards the staff area, looks at Mr. B and is like, how the hell did you even get in here?
Magic.
Yep, the door was unlocked.
She steps back into the space. The inventory space is not very big. It will probably fit just the 3 and or 4 of you, because I assume Mr. B is going to hang out there.
When we get back to the room, I'm probably going to kind of be drawn to the place.
Yeah, there's the desk. Oh, there it is.
And I'm just kind of like, And I just kind of like saddle up to it, just a little bit. Right here.
Yep.
Yep.
She looks at you. Oh, okay, what do you want?
I want a still from a security camera, if you have it, from the last time they were here.
I can't access any of the security cameras here. Corporate has control of them.
Then call her.
Okay. What am I telling her?
That we're trying to get to the bottom of whoever it was that killed her boyfriend, I say with giant air quotes.
She looks very confused.
Jasmine. Blue skirt got down in this room.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
Girl I met at a couple of clubs a few times here, and she liked our clothes, and she came in and she was friendly, and a couple of times she had her boyfriend in here, and they spent a bunch of money, and a couple months ago they came back here. And how do you know any of that?
Do you have any way to get a hold of her?
I know where she hangs out. Or did. I haven't seen her in like a month.
Is that right around the time he died? I say this to Kaylee.
He died about a month ago, so if she hasn't been back since because she can't afford the clothes, that would make sense. So where does she hang out?
Oh, there's a couple of different places. So I know she used to work at a burlesque theater down by Gordon Ramsay's. It's in, it's just down the street next to the Flamingo.
Okay. You said a couple places. Where else?
Well, for a while there, she was a cocktail waitress at the Wynn, but I think that she was double dealing on them a little bit.
What do you mean by that?
I think she was working a job to get to other jobs with clients.
Okay.
And then I do know that a bunch of her and maybe some of her friends used to hang down at the plaza off of Spring Mountain.
If she likes it here, did she bring any other friends in here to buy stuff for her? Or was this the only one?
I never saw her bring anybody here but that guy. I don't even know what his name was.
Look at Kaylee.
All right. Well, we'll check those places out, and if I can't find her, I'll come back.
Okay.
For clothes.
Oh, sure.
I will kind of pull on the collar of my shirt and give her a wink and a thumbs up and turn about.
You exit the retail store, and eventually the Venetian's restaurant, the canal shops.
I offer Kaylee a high five as we leave.
Heck yeah. That will be an absolute high five.
And on that high five, I am going to call our episode to a close. And so I hope you've enjoyed this shopping experience in Las Vegas and the little bit of drug use that we did. And I look forward to entertaining you much, much more in the future. So thank you